Hi guys, Bran here, and welcome to another commentary video. Today we're going to be talking about something that's been asked of me a lot on stream lately. It's been kind of like the most common question I've been getting on stream when new people have been coming in that have not been with the stream for a while. And the question is, how do I not be stressed on killer? Because a lot of people notice that when I play Survivor, I'm a lot more like chill, but I'm also a little bit more like, I got hit through a window, or oh, that guy gave up on hook. You know, I'm a little bit more gripey. But on killer, which is, you know, kind of more agreed upon to be like the more stressful role, I'm actually pretty chill. I'm pretty much vibing most of the time I play killer. And, you know, besides, you know, like, oh, this person brought buckle up, but that's another video we'll do. This person brought buckle up and now they're free. Like, for the most part, I'm just kind of like chilling. Even people are bringing stuff like made for this and toolboxes, I'm mostly chilling for the most part. And it kind of surprises people how just like much I just like completely vibe on killer, and I don't really like put a lot of emotional energy into it. And it shocks people when they ask me, like, how do you not get stressed on killer? And it comes down to a very, very specific thing that, you know, it's not an easy answer, but it's one that matters a lot. And hopefully I can disperse some wisdom today that will hopefully help you. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. So how do you not be stressed on killer? Because killer is mostly agreed upon in the Dead by Daylight community to be the more stressed role. You are literally outnumbered 4-1, and despite these people not being able to like physically hit you or do anything against you, they are certainly able to do those gens mega fast and blow you out of the water and BM you and do all this stuff. And it can be stressful trying to, I mean, it's more like a management thing if you really think about it. Killer is like a management thing. Like you have all these resources, which are the gens and the survivors, that you have to just be constantly corralling at any point during the match, or at all points in the match really. And it just feels like overwhelming in a lot of ways. But that has mostly gone the way of the dodo for me. I really don't feel that way a lot, and I actually find killer to be way less stressful than like I said earlier at the beginning of the intro, like having somebody give up on hook or something like that. Like, I find that to be way more annoying and way more stressful than anything else. So how did I get to this point? I think the key word here I want to be using is autopilot. And I'm not saying just like turn your brain off and don't care, because I feel like that's like kind of the go-to with a lot of like DVD content creators, is like, just don't care. Just never care about winning. Just never care about getting results. And that's like, there's something to be said about not taking a party game that heckin' seriously. There's something to be said for that, which is why people do say it. But I feel like that's kind of also like a kind of a cop-out answer, because like, what if you do care about winning? What if you do care about results? What if you do care about getting that sort of thing? Well, you can still have both. So what do I mean by autopilot? So when we do the match reviews, which we record on Mondays at twitch.tv/TheMrHeadache, if you want to be live there for your match review, or just watch us record those live instead of having to wait for them to hit the YouTube. The whole point of the match reviews is to look at your games and see where there are things you could do to make yourself more consistent. A lot of this comes down to very, very common ones is you get somebody on death hook and then you just leave them alone and you start chasing people who you have no hook pressure on. That's a very, very common one. Kill your death hook gamers. That's a really, really big one I see a lot. I see people having extremely long chases. So keep your chases between 30 to 40 seconds. If it starts hitting 50 plus seconds, it's time to think about leaving that chase. Decisiveness, that's a big one I've seen a lot lately, is decisiveness. Like, a lot of people will get, you know, anxious and indecisive, but it's better to commit to a plan, even if it's a bad plan, rather than doing nothing, because doing nothing is a waste of time, and match time is gen time in DBD. Another common one, trying to throw to get value out of your perks. That's another common one I've been seeing lately. But the key point here I'm saying, because all these are important, all these help you, but the problem is that initially, until you start playing more and more and more, is that a lot of this stuff is in the foreground of your brain. It's at the front of your brain. It's not something you're thinking of in the background just casually while you're playing. It's something that's very present. It's a very anxious thing that you're very presently thinking about the entire time you're playing the game. And that's what kind of leads to a lot of stress with killer, is you're constantly, you know, running through these things in your head, like, am I doing these? Am I not doing this? Is there something I'm forgetting to do? And it's like, it's a very present feeling that, you know, obviously is very anxiety inducing. And I totally get that. And I've been there. I haven't been there in a while, but I've been there. And there are times when, like, you know, there was a match the other night I was playing Huntress and I was having quick 30-second chases. I was, you know, not throwing for perk value. I was doing all the right things, and I still only got a 2K, and I was really confused. And I got anxious then. So it's not even like I'm like impervious to it, but I don't really run into a lot of those feelings anymore, because all these things that I'm like telling you for the sake of consistency and match reviews, all these big things like get your death hook gamers out, you know, don't throw for perk value, make a decision even if you think it's a bad one, because indecision's bad, you know, like all this stuff that I tell you in the match reviews, that's in the background for me. That's not in the foreground anymore. That's in the background, because I have done my research, done my homework to try and figure out how to get better at killer in general, and B, I've played long enough that a lot of the stuff that I've done the research to do is not something I have to actively think about anymore. So if I could leave you with 2 things that I would, in the future, make your DBD games less stressful, these are the 2 main things that you need to take away. If you've zoned out most of this video, it's the part where you need to zone in. First thing, do your research into why your games are stressful, whether that be, submitting a match review to me, going to another content creator, because Lord knows there's way more experience and better killer mains than me out there. But going to someone like that and asking, what can I do better? What can I improve on? By the way, just a small thing. A lot of people have been asking lately, how do you submit match reviews? The link to the Google form is in every single video. I've said that before, but some of you may be new, but like the match review link is always in every video description. So yeah, reach out. Try to, whether that be on your own or reaching out to a content creator, or just literally just watching, like turn on a killer main that plays a killer you like and just watch them and see what they do, and take that and try to, internalize that, try to take all that information in. And then the second thing is something that is, like I said at the beginning of this video, not really an easy answer. It's not something you can just change overnight, is playtime. A lot of that is just playtime, because honestly, that's how you make a lot of the stuff foreground into the background. This is how you bring a lot of stuff from the front of your brain to the back of your brain, where you're not really thinking about it too much. It's just by playing a lot, just kind of like doing the things over and over until it becomes more second nature. And you don't start thinking about like, oh, these survivors are bullying me. You're like, oh, well, I'm doing my thing. I'm, not starting a fresh chase with somebody at 2 or 1 gens. I'm not, trying to run cross map to get value out of my pop. I'm not doing these dumb things that I used to do, because like this is just second nature to me now. But like the way you make that second nature is just by doing it and enacting it for a long period of time. You really do kind of like, what's the word? You do kind of have to like rip the band-aid off with that. There is no way around that besides just kind of like taking your research, because you got to do that step 1. You got to do that step 1 where you got to like diagnose the issue. Like, why are my games so stressful? And then like I said, I still have stressful games, but like with the match reviews, we're talking about the sake of consistency. Why am I consistently having stressful matches? Diagnosing why are most of my matches stressful? Treating that by either, submitting match reviews, watching streamers, doing something that helps, give you the information, give you the data to do something about it. And then when you do something about it, do it so much and do it for so long that it becomes second nature. Those were the 2 main things I think does make DBD way less stressful. That's why I find hopping on killer to be a chill and wonderful thing. Like literally the other night I did a 12-hour stream. I literally did a 12-hour stream just completely impromptu, because I was just learning Wesker and I was having a lot of fun, and like I just turned my brain off. That is one thing I will leave. I know the video is already getting kind of long, but like that's another side thing, and this is a side option. But those 2 main things I told you earlier, which is do your research, diagnose the problem, and then do it so much that it becomes second nature. Those are the 2 main things. But there's like a side thing. Maybe you need to self-analyze and kind of like reorganize your priorities. Like the reason I was able to do that like 12-hour stream where I played like 5 hours straight of Wesker was like part of that stream. It's just like 5 hours straight of Wesker, which was very funny. Because I just wanted to get better at the character. Like I have a lot of friends in my collective community that love Wesker, are very, very good at Wesker, way better than me than Wesker. And I just kind of said, screw it, I'm just gonna learn this character. And it like the match results didn't really matter. Nothing really stressed me out, because like my new goal was not like getting consistent results in DBD. It was just like, hey, let me just try to hit a bunch of skinny birds. Hey, let's get really consistent with arrow bending, like just stuff like that. And I was having a really, really good time all night, to the point where I didn't turn off stream for almost 12 hours. Well, over 12 hours. It was over 12 hours. But I just ended up not turning off stream because I was having such a good time playing killer, because I was learning. So maybe if those first 2 things don't work for you, maybe you need to like reorganize your goals and kind of like see like, is there something like learning a fun character or getting like learning flashbang timings or something you can do that's like an alternative thing that, could bring you a lot of joy. So that would be my, my third suggestion if those first 2 do not work for you. But that is going to be it for today's video, friends. Let me know down in the comments below, is there stuff that helps you not be stressed on killer that I have not mentioned? Is there something that like, that works for you that's really good that other people can learn from? Let us know. Well, that's going to be it. I do upload daily though, so I will see you guys tomorrow. But if I do not, I will see you when I see you. Goodbye.